Hello, I'd like to talk to you first about my epilepsy. And the reason I want to talk about epilepsy, because I think it would help other people to understand what I went through. When I was 20 years old, I started having migraines, really bad headaches. And during these headaches, it was hard for me to remember things. So I was going to community college and I would park my automobile, drive it out there, not even remember where I parked it at. The headaches were so severe. And then one evening, I kept falling over and I couldn't keep my balance. And I asked a girlfriend if she would call my mother and call an ambulance because something was bad wrong with me because I've never felt that way before. I would try to sit up, and I tried to sit up so hard, I ended up rupturing my stomach. But my mother came over, and my brother Bill, and they took me to a Rowan hospital, and they did a scan of my brain, and they told me I had an aneurysm leaking in my brain for me to get to Baptist Hospital as soon as possible, and they were going to call and have surgeons ready. So my brother drove me about 40 miles to Baptist Hospital. And I got there and they said, you probably have less than a 5% chance of living. And we're going to call a priest in to give you your last rites. So they did the surgery and they said it lasted about 12 hours. And they had to clip two different arteries and veins in my brain that was leaking. And after a long stay in the hospital, I had a stroke, and that left my left side paralyzed, and my voice, I couldn't talk because it paralyzed my vocal cord. But anyway, my seizures started shortly after that. And as I was at home, they got worse and worse. It was grand mal seizures. And I didn't understand it because the doctors didn't explain well why I was doing this. But they couldn't control them for a long time. And I went back and forth to Baptist probably 5 years trying to get the doctor to straighten them out. He said, I can't help you. I'm going to send you to a research clinic that we have here in the hospital run by Professor J. Kippen Penry, which does research medicine. And once I started going to his clinic, he worked really diligently trying to get my seizures stopped. He even flew over to foreign countries and brought research drugs back that they were researching to try to stop my seizures. Nothing ever worked. And for 5 years, he tried to stop my seizures. He couldn't do it. So one day he told me and my wife not to make a return appointment because there's nothing, nobody could do me good other than God Himself. And for me to go home and prepare for my death and burial because it would probably happen within 30 days. So coming home, we were so upset. We stopped beside the road and we just wept like crazy and we started praying. And we went home and it was probably 2 weeks later that I got a call from Houston, Texas. And they asked me, would I be willing to have a vagal nerve stimulator put in me? Because in their research, they had it in one dog, and that dog could not talk to them. So I went ahead and had surgery the next morning. And Dr. Penry tried all kind of parameters. He tried to fool me. He would have it cut off, tell me to go home. Perimeters was good. And the time I got to the parking lot, I was having seizures, and I had to go back and have it reset and turned on. And he thought it was funny because it was research. And after 2 years of research, they finally found my perimeters, and they got it set. And I haven't had a seizure in over 40 years. And like I say, if prayer got this stimulator for me, because God had a need for me to do something. And what he wanted me to do was start this epilepsy group. And I've struggled with the group, but it seems like he always finds a way for me to keep it going. And I want to reach out to you, every individual watching this, and let you know we do care about you. And we're here for you. And we want to help you. And we want you to become part of our Purple family. Because in this family, we support each other. We reach out to the community, to the state. Anybody needs their help, we're here for them. So I would like you to really think about joining the group. We meet on Thursday nights at 3 o'clock here at Paul's Chapel Church. And the address is 2791 West Center Street Extension. And we have a office here at 2791A. And we'd love for you to come. And if those hours are not workable for you, we're very flexible and we can meet you or you can meet us at different times. But we need to get together and defeat epilepsy and fight as a team. And I thank you for listening to this. Thank you.